Hey tribe, welcome back to another video. We're actually picking up from the place where we ended our last video, which was pulling into the parking lot at the Interpretive Center for the Missouri Yellowstone Confluence Interpretive Center. So we parked here, and now we're going to go and explore Fort Buford, find out all about its association with the Masons, and ultimately go camp very nearby. We'll show you what the options for camping are and where it is that we end up. So once again, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate you taking the time to watch our videos. And without further ado, let's roll the intro and get right into this.
Wake up with the sun in our eyes. Sally forth, no need for goodbyes. Journey calls, let's roll the dice. Every mile a new surprise.
We're at the Missouri Yellowstone Confluence Interpretive Center, and I think this is the Missouri here, although I'm not 100% sure how to tell the difference between one river and another. Pretty interesting site overall though, and here they're talking about the wetlands. So this whole site is run by North Dakota State, and it's quite interesting. Oh, is this the boat launch campground over here? Maybe. Bike route. Well, there's a defunct building over there. I don't know what that is. End bike route. Look at this building. So one of the things we learned from the movie is a lot of the buildings at Fort Buford were built using adobe, and they crumbled and didn't hold up all that well. So I guess we're right at the confluence. So no idea which we were looking at specifically. Fishes, riparian habitat. Well, now I thought I saw interpretive signs up here, but perhaps not. There's the men's room. Women's room must be on the other side. They got picnicking. Okay. It's very pretty. Look out here. So we were walking along that waterway down close to us, and I guess it goes down there and then joins at the confluence, slightly out of our sight line. And we got Prairie Dog Town. Not a very big one. I don't see a whole bunch of them out and about like they were at Theodore Roosevelt. Oh, actually, no, that was Devil's Tower where we saw so many. Here's a marker. Core of Discovery. Peace and Friendship. 200 years to the future. A Core of Discovery 2. Okay. Okay, so I guess I saw one interpretive sign up here. But that's okay. Yeah. More Missouri Yellowstone Confluence area. So Lewis and Clark were here in April of 1804, I think. Or maybe April of 1805, I think, actually. And then they came back again. I think I'm going to end up having to buy the journals to read. I think that would be interesting. I wonder if I can get them from the library. That would be even more interesting. All right, here we are, Fort Buford Historic Site. It was named for Major General John Buford, who was a Union commander at the Battle of Gettysburg. The establishment of Fort Buford in 1866 safeguarded the territory surrounding the confluence of the Missouri and Yellowstone rivers and served as a supply depot for soldiers operating further west. Over the winter of 66 and 67, the garrison was repeatedly harassed by tribal warriors, angered by the establishment of the fort, which is not unusual. But for the most part, according to the movie, they really did not have many skirmishes with the Native Americans. And this is the fort over here. We're going to go check out the cemetery. Okay. Not quite sure exactly why it was that there was an historic Masonic site here, but there was. It's down there. Cemetery's over there. Campground's right here.
Well, if we're parked by the graveyard, if we're camped by the graveyard, the neighbors are quiet, right?
Generally, at least we hope so. Here it is, the historic Masonic site, Yellowstone Lodge, number 88, 89, something like that, 1871 to 1874.
It's the first Masonic lodge in North Dakota.
That's correct, it is the first Masonic lodge in North Dakota. Let's go see what this sign says. Sorry, I'm looking at the ground so I don't trip and fall. First chartered Masonic Lodge in North Dakota. Original location of Lodge number 88 AF and AM. Established January 26, 1871 by the officers and soldiers of the 6th and 7th Infantry and Fort civilians through a dispensation from the Grand Lodge of Minnesota. Eureka Prince Hall Buffalo Soldier, Lodge number 135 F and AM, originally chartered through the Prince Hall Grand Lodge of Missouri at Fort Apache, Arizona Territory in 1891, and the first such lodge within the former Dakota Territory. The Buffalo Soldier Masons are believed to have met southeast of this location near the river. The Riderless Horse Monument is dedicated to members of Eureka Lodge and all the Buffalo Soldiers stationed here. That's way back there. It is an exact replica of one described by 9th Cavalry veteran who wrote it, and symbolizes these special soldiers that will never again ride the prairies. Interesting. All right, so we've got both kinds of Masons here. And now that we did all of this from a distance, we can actually go inside. This is not locked. It was just held closed.
Okay.
All right. So we got to watch out for you though, Kit, because there's cacti in the ground, which you have already walked on. So you walk where I do, okay? Did you get another one already? Doggone it. Am I gonna have to carry you here? Do you need help? Hang on. Here is the riderless horse that I was talking about from a distance, along with all of the flags. Yeah, Kit cannot walk in this grass without getting cacti stickers in his feet. So we're going to have to figure out what we're going to do about parking tonight. All right, well, this is Fort Buford. I guess that's the adjutant's office down there. This was the commanding officer's quarters, which was the first building of its type to have a bay window. Where are the barracks? Oh, over there by the adjutant's office. Enter barracks at the sergeant's room, so that's around the side. All right, you want to do officers first or you want to do adjutants first?
Doesn't make any difference.
Let's do adjutants since somebody else is going that way.
Okay.
Minimize our interaction with people. There's a wagon. And way out there where you can see that frame building, that was the guardhouse, also known as a jail. And that little square blue building there is where the officer of the day worked, I guess in the evening. From what they were saying in the movie, it was a little confusing. But at any time, somewhere between 5 and 10% of their population of soldiers could be in the jail. That's why it was so big. They built their wooden buildings originally out of cottonwood, and all of the buildings that are missing are probably the ones that were built out of adobe. In 1893, there were 100 women and children and 282 soldiers at Fort Buford, of which 85% were black. Many of the black women served as servants for the white officers' families. Soldiers filled their spare time with baseball games, rifle competitions, and so forth. And sports were open to white officers and black enlisted men. Nowhere else in the United States at that time would men of different races and ranks mix socially. The members of the 10th Cavalry also brought their charter for the Masonic Lodge, which we have already looked at. Here comes the breeze. That helps to cool it down quite a bit. And I guess I should have showed you the campground. I'll probably still get a chance to do that. So these are the barracks. Whoa. We can't actually go in anything down here. We have to go around the other side to get in.
Okay.
But these are the barracks where the enlisted men would have stayed. And of course, you know, I think most of the life of a soldier throughout all recorded history has been a whole lot of hurry up and wait. Been plenty of time devoted to odd jobs and minor chores and things like that, rather than to the active business of soldiering. Unlike the kind of life that would have been lived by the people coming to the prairie. Okay, is this what they meant? No. All right, I'm confused. I guess we can't go in. It said you go, it pointed to come in here, but the door's locked. So I guess we won't be going in there. Barracks building is pretty big. Got a teepee over here on the other side of the officers' quarters. And I forgot where I was in terms of what I was saying about the adobe buildings. But basically what they discovered was, unlike building with adobe in the Southwest where it is mostly dry comparatively, when they built with adobe here, and then the dry spell ended, and the rains came, it didn't hold up very well. So there you go. Well, the breeze certainly feels nice. I guess they're keeping this in a state of arrested decay, is going to be my guess, looking at the condition of the windows and so forth. Let's go see if we can go inside here. Wait.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, good.
Okay, so we're not really set up as it would have been for the officers' quarters, I guess?
This was built in 1872. It is an original building. The original forestry there is underneath us. The addition was added on, but it would have been a square building. So, a couple of exhibits about the history of the fort, and then this is the room where City Bull surrendered in.
Okay, thank you. The cow incident.
That started it all.
Oh, they had a billiards room with a monarch billiards table. This kind of gives you an overview of the fort layout. Okay, we get a little bit in terms of furnishings here. I got a brand new pair of roller skates. Oh, and they got a brand new key. I think that we should get together. And I can't remember what the next line is. And see what we can see?
Yep.
Is that it?
Melanie.
Yeah.
Girl couldn't see.
No.
Hear it tune, but
In a basket. Alrighty. All right, well, we thought it was time to go to the cemetery. So we did. Right here and now. 161 burials here. And only a handful were directly related to conflicts. It's okay, Kit, we'll be right back. Oh, he's up on your table and everything.
I don't care. That's why I got wipes.
Okay.
You no wrong.
So what they said was,
Oh wow, this baby boy was buried 1920. So.
1908, 1909. We need to be over here. This is the old people.
Yeah, I was thinking that this was like from the fort. I didn't realize that they were still burying people in.
I wonder if it has something to do with the Masons. So, this one doesn't say what he died of.
Oh, but here's a sign up here.
A sign of what?
Oh, I don't know.
That's a headstone.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. Yeah, all of these headstones here are the ones that they were showing in the...
See that? That's
Yeah, that's
early.
1909.
Yeah.
Can y'all hear Kit?
Yeah.
Barking like crazy? He is. He's a barky boy. Okay, so they don't all say what they died of. These just give you the names. Yeah, these are Fort Union people. Oh, this one died of disease. This was the daughter of Bloody Knife, the son of Big Hand. December 20th, December 28th, so there had to have been something going on. Typhoid, smallpox, something like that, yeah. September, killed by Indian. Killed, disease. Son of Left Hand. Citizen, shot by accident. Disease.
Oh, all of these look like diseases.
Cholera. Pneumonia. Well, that's what they said. Only a handful died from actual conflict.
Right.
Oh, dropsy. Remember dropsy back in the day? George Longview, however, was murdered. And I guess the tombstones are made out of cottonwood too. And George Fleury, also murdered. Florence Boyer had spinal fever. And I wonder why this one got to be turned perpendicular to everybody else. Citizen. Murdered. Here's the tomb of the unknown soldier. Drowned. Typhoid disease. Typhoid.
Okay, so
Pneumonia.
this is August 1878, July 1879.
Yeah, so they definitely had.
So they had a run of
Yep.
typhoid. Had to have been a run of typhoid.
Brain abscess, meningitis,
It's interesting.
anemia,
Yeah. It's interesting to
brain abscess.
see stuff like that.
Killed by road agents. Gastritis. Rheumatism.
Did you see how they spelled surgeon?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Instead of sergeant or SGT, they spell it. Yeah. Look at all this typhoid.
Suicide. Here's one died of wounds. He that kills his enemies was a scout.
Oh. Oh, maybe that was his name.
Yeah. And he died of wounds. This one was disease. Consumption.
Consumption again.
More consumption. August 29th, 1882.
Would be
March 24th. So,
tuberculosis.
right, but
Referred to as consumption. Is
yeah,
usually tuberculosis.
it doesn't look like they're that close together that it was an epidemic though. Heart disease. Cholera. Killed by scout. Heart disease, killed by Indians.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, citizen. We got 4 citizens in a row killed by Indians. And they were, all the same day. August 10th, 1869. And then we've got July 24th, 26th, disease.
And then here is Indians, and they died of consumption or tuberculosis.
Poisoned, son of Bushing Bear. Oh, and Robert Little died of alcoholism. Oh, so this is actually an unknown soldier. The other one was just unknown.
Imagine dying from a miscarriage.
Yeah, laundress. So the interesting thing that they mentioned about the laundress is that may not have been their only job. They might have been professionals.
Now, if she died from a miscarriage, I wonder if maybe she got an infection like chloroform.
Could be. Got an awful lot of disease, killed by Indians, dysentery. Yeah.
Yeah, they're right. There's hardly any that have been actually killed like in combat or anything. It's more diseases and
Right.
stuff like that.
Suicide. Fair number killed by Indians, but that would be combat.
Yeah.
Here's another unknown.
The ones that are killed by Indians are private. I don't know. Oh, here's a guy that died of inebriation.
Yeah, well, there was another one over there that died from alcoholism. That's the second one with rheumatism. Shot by accident. That's really scary, isn't it?
It's a private. If it was an officer, I'd say maybe fragging, but if it's a private, nah.
Yeah. What's that say? Is that supposed to
Elap Emma, laundress,
the
Phthisis.
phthisis?
Phthisis.
No idea what that means.
Uh-uh.
I might have to look it up. Probably something not good for you, I'm guessing. All right, what do you say we get back to the barking dog?
Yes.
Let's see what damage the barking dog has done.
Nothing that can't be wiped down.
Yeah, see, here's the cactus.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so.
And you don't even see them.
Right, and that's why Kit's in the RV, and that's why we're not staying in this campground, because there's just way too much cactus in the grass here, and I've picked several big thorns out of his paws already and carried him around for quite a bit of what we've been looking at. And so, yeah, we're not going to do that anymore. That's not good for the puppy dog. But let's see what kind of trouble he got in while we were busy over there. Are you okay?
Get the babies.
Are you okay?
Are you okay, baby?
Did you survive? Do you want to go get another drink of water? You can get a drink if you want. He says, no, I want to get in your lap, Mom.
That's right.
I want your lap, Mom.
Tell her. Last time you told me to get water, you skied out on me.
Who's the cutest puppy dog?
Fool me once.
Good boy. Yeah, so let me give you a view of the campground right up here. You can see that Class A over there. The campground actually looks very nice. However, it's full of that cactus, and so we're not going to do it. But the campground's free, guys, so if you're coming out this way, go for it. Oh, hopefully this, I wonder if we got to turn around, because there's the Masonic Lodge.
And then
Okay, well, we have finished our time at the Confluence Interpretive Center, and then we visited Fort Buford, and now we're going to go camp at the boat ramp, which is right down here. And then tomorrow we'll go do Fort Union, and I got to look this afternoon at what else we're going to have going on, but it's only 2:30 in the afternoon, so that's a good thing. And we're going to go right down here. Here comes a truck up this way. Nice. Thanks for all the dust, dude. So all of this property to our right is part of the Confluence Interpretive Center. Here's an old building. Perfect. And I'm going to whip around and pull in behind her. I actually want my door facing out. And I'm going to try and get my side right by that shady picnic area, because that should help shade my refrigerator with any luck. Well, look at where we live this evening. Actually, it's a boat ramp. There's the Missouri River right there. We're at the confluence of the Missouri and Yellowstone rivers here in North Dakota, not far from Williston. And this is actually very, very nice. Keep off the grass? Wonder what that's for. There we go. I've been begging him to do that. We walked out the door and he immediately headed to go see his friend, who gives him lots of treats. I can't say her name or he'll go running off over there again. I don't think the boat ramp's been used in a while, since it's all full of weeds and stuff. And hey, we're the only ones here, so I'm pretty much A-okay with that. And the weather is pretty awesome. And at least so far, there don't seem to be a ton of nasty bugs. So I call it all good. That's what I call it. Attention anglers. I don't know that there's any anglers here anytime recently. Okay, I'm going to show you something now. Hey, Kit Kit. Kit Kit, do you want to go see Barb? Do you want to go see Barb? She's not there. Kit, that's not her house. Go see Barb. There you go. There you go. Why don't you go to the door? Go to the door, Kit. Don't yell at her through the window. Come on, good boy. Come on, good boy.
It's open if you want to come on in.
Okie dokie. Come on, Kit. You want to come see Barb? You do? You do? There you go.
Wake up with the sun in our eyes. Sally forth, no need for goodbyes.